go to page 244 in your journal, and we're going to get the definitions of sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent. These are the 6 trig functions. And you can see here, I drew my right triangle, and I labeled my angle. This is my angle. And I have the opposite side, the adjacent side, and the hypotenuse side. I'm abbreviating, so you learned this before in SOHCAHTOA when you did geometry. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, tangent is opposite over adjacent, and then we have cosecant, which is CSC theta. We have SEC theta and COT of my angle. So go ahead and fill these in your packets. You can also look below if you want to see the core concepts, and they write it out a little bit more, and you can see all 6 of the trig functions. Sine and cosecant go together, cosine and secant, and tangent and cotangent. So you can read about that here as well. And now we're going to go to our notes packet, and we see it again. This is the same thing. Here's my right triangle that we just looked at, and I'm going to go ahead and evaluate the 6 trig functions of my angle in example 1. So I'm going to have sine, cosine, and tangent, and then I will have cosecant, secant, and cotangent. Now remember, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. I'm going to label this is my opposite side, this is my adjacent side, and my hypotenuse we need to calculate. So to do that, remember I have 5 squared plus 12 squared equals my h squared, because a squared plus b squared equals c squared in a right triangle. So once I solve that, I believe I get 13. So this, you can label that is going to be 13. And now we can fill in all of our trig functions. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. What will that be? Yeah, 12 over 13. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. What will that be? And tangent is opposite over adjacent. So, good. Now take each of these and just flip them. So, my cosecant goes with sine, this goes with secant, and tangent goes with cotangent. And just flip them all. So you'll get 13 over 12, 13 over 5, and 5 over 12. And we're done example 1. For example 2, we have to draw our right triangle. So I'm going to draw a right triangle going this way, and we need to figure out what our sides are. So sine is my acute angle, so we can put sine down here, okay, or the angle, and it's opposite over hypotenuse. So the opposite is 4, the hypotenuse is 7. We need to calculate the adjacent side. So let's label our sides. This is my opposite, this is my hypotenuse, and this is my adjacent. And to calculate that, we need to do 4 squared plus adjacent, I'll call it a squared, equals 7 squared. And then we're going to solve that, and we'll get a squared equals 49 minus 16. So that's 33. So a is the square root of 33. That's a nasty decimal, so we're just going to leave it as the square root of 33. So now we want to find the other 5 trig functions. So let's start with cosine. That's going to be adjacent square root 33 over hypotenuse 7. And then let's do tangent. That's going to be opposite, so 4 over my adjacent square root of 33. We do have to rationalize this, and that just means we make it 4 root 33 over 33. We want to get rid of the square root in the denominator. And then I have cosecant, which will be the reverse of sine, secant, which will be the opposite of cosine, and again, you need to rationalize that denominator. And then, last but not least, we've got cotangent. The cotangent will be square root of 33 over 4 because I reversed or flipped my original tangent. We're going to practice this tomorrow. Make sure you have all these in your notes.